Hello everyone, it's me again, Joseph, your host, and welcome back to our St. Joseph's Corner channel. What does it mean to give up everything for God? For one young woman born into immense wealth, it meant turning her back on a life of comfort to embrace the poorest of the poor, the sickest of the sick, and the most forgotten members of society. This is the incredible story of Blessed Mary Frances Schervier, a woman whose heart burned with a radical love for Christ found in the suffering. Imagine being born in 1819 in Aachen, Germany, the daughter of a wealthy factory owner and vice mayor. This was the world of Frances Schervier, but her comfortable life was shattered early on. At just 13, she lost her mother and two sisters to tuberculosis, a tragedy that thrust her into the role of homemaker for her father. This early encounter with loss and responsibility seemed to awaken something profound within her. She couldn't ignore the poverty and sickness that plagued her city during the Industrial Revolution. While other young ladies of her class enjoyed social events, Frances was drawn to the streets. She joined societies for the poor, volunteered at soup kitchens, and even began nursing the sick in their own homes, much to her father's concern. He feared she would bring diseases back into their wealthy household. But Frances's compassion was a force that couldn't be contained. A major turning point came in 1837. The Prussian government imprisoned the Archbishop of Cologne, sparking a religious revival across the region. Swept up in this wave of spiritual fervor, Frances deepened her commitment. She became a secular Franciscan in 1844, dedicating herself to a life of penance and charity while still living in the world. But God was calling her to something even more radical. In 1845, her father passed away, freeing her from her household duties. A friend told her that God would show her the path. Instead of joining an established religious order like the Trappistines, she considered, Frances felt a pull to start something new. On October 3, 1845, she and four like-minded companions left their homes behind. They moved into a tiny house and began a new religious community dedicated entirely to serving the needy. They called themselves the Poor Sisters of St. Francis. And poor they were. They relied completely on donations, and their early years were a constant struggle. They operated a soup kitchen and took on the most challenging ministries. They didn't just care for the sick. They opened their small home to prostitutes, nursing those with syphilis when no one else would. This controversial work caused some of their benefactors to pull their support, plunging the sisters into even deeper poverty. Yet their numbers grew. They faced down deadly epidemics, fearlessly nursing victims of cholera, smallpox, and typhoid fever. Their love was practical and courageous. They even supervised women in the local prison, helping them find work after their release. In 1851, the community received formal recognition from the local bishop, and their mission began to spread like wildfire. Just 7 years later, they established their first foundation in the United States, serving the growing German immigrant communities in places like New York, Ohio, and Kentucky. Mother Frances, as she was now known, was not an armchair superior. She was hands-on, overseeing the creation of hospitals and sanatoria for tuberculosis patients, the very disease that had claimed her mother and sisters. Her courage knew no borders. In 1863, she traveled to America during the height of the Civil War. She and her sisters didn't hesitate to go to the front lines, nursing wounded soldiers from both sides of the conflict. It was out of this urgent need that they founded St. Mary Hospital in Hoboken, New Jersey. She even staffed ambulances during the Franco-Prussian War back in Europe. Her philosophy was simple. If someone is suffering, they are our neighbor, and we must help. When Mother Frances Schervier died on December 14, 1876, the small group of 5 women had blossomed into a worldwide congregation of 2,500 sisters. Her legacy was a global network of compassion, a testament to how one person's yes to God can multiply beyond imagination. The story doesn't end there. Her holiness was undeniable. In 1973, the church recognized the miraculous cure of a man in Ohio, Ludwig Brown, who was healed from a life-threatening pancreatic ailment through her intercession. Following this, on April 28, 1974, Pope Paul VI officially beatified her, giving her the title Blessed Mary Frances Schervier. Her cause for sainthood continues today. Another potential miracle, the inexplicable 1989 recovery of Thomas Seamers from a massive brain hemorrhage, is under investigation. Doctors called it divine intervention, and it could be the final step toward her being declared a saint. Today, her mission is carried on by two congregations, the Poor Sisters of St. Francis in Germany and the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor in the United States. They continue her work in healthcare, social services, and pastoral ministry, a living legacy of a woman who saw Christ's face in every person she served. The life of Blessed Mary Frances Schervier challenges us. It asks us what we are willing to give for our faith. She teaches us that true wealth isn't found in possessions, but in a heart that is open and generous. She proves that a life of humble service, a life given away for others, is the most powerful and fulfilling life we can live. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the life of a truly remarkable saint. If her story inspired you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories of faith and courage. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Who is a saint that inspires you? Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual. Till next time, may God bless you always.